JJ Barnes and this is Jonathan McKinney.
Hi.
You're watching an episode of Writing, Talking and Dog Walking, where we give you free writing advice whilst we are out walking our dog Molly.
Yeah, who's being very good.
She is. Well, you say that, you're not the one pulling her.
No, that's true.
She's getting very excited by the presence of squirrels.
Yes, she is.
So today we're going to be answering a question that we got from somebody who watches our videos, Gareth Shelley. He asked a question about vocabulary. Is it important to have a big vocabulary when you're writing? How do you overcome the squirrels? Do not care about your interests.
How do you overcome the squirrels? How do you overcome a sense of perceived weakness in? How do you overcome a sense of perceived weakness in terms of your vocabulary?
Exactly, and is it important to have a big vocabulary? And if it is important, how do you address the problem if you feel you don't have a big one?
Right.
So this answer, as I say, is for Gareth Shelley. So my theory is, first of all, you have to work out what your audience is.
Yes.
If you are writing for children, obviously your vocabulary will not need to be as big.
No, it shouldn't be.
Exactly, because children's books are simpler language, they are smaller words. They have to be in order to appeal to the audience.
Yeah.
So first, focus on that, what age group. The second thing is, I have a big vocabulary when it comes to urban fantasy style genre.
Yeah.
I can write at length about witches and monsters and fighting and vampires.
Yeah.
I cannot write about ancient Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So
not without a bit of research anyway.
Exactly. So your vocabulary can be specialised. And if you have a great vocabulary in one subject, that could be the subject you choose to write about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And for me, vocabulary, I mean, for one thing, you can Google synonyms for you know, if you feel like you're using a word too frequently, and then do a little bit of word research, find out. Don't just accept like one of the options if you don't know what it means, or if you don't know exactly what it means. You want to be very precise with your language, but that's part of what you can do, is you can sit on your computer.
Google is your friend. Thesauruses and dictionaries, find alternative words, because then you start to build your vocabulary by nature, because you are trying to use bigger words and or different words. You build your vocabulary, so then you have that word at your disposal in the future. But
it sounds like if you're focusing on what you think is a weakness, it's gonna stifle your creativity anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you need to just get started.
Exactly. The editing process is a really good one for your vocabulary, because if you start noticing that you are using a word too often because you do not have an alternative, when you're reading through your manuscript at the end, that's when you can utilise the thesaurus. It's like they exist for a reason. It is too.
And it's not that's fine. It's not just word usage. It can be gestures. If a lot of my characters will narrow their eyes when they are sort of angry or shady or whatever. Oftentimes a villain will narrow his eyes or narrow her eyes, and then you need to find other ways, because it gets a bit repetitive, it gets a bit redundant.
So you can find new ways to describe things through research, through looking at language. And another really good tip I would have is, the more you read...
I was just going to say, you read all the time.
Read as much as you can. Read the work of other writers, because the more you read, the more vocabulary you will build up. And if you find a word in a book that you don't know, I mean, on Kindles, they have this, function where you can just look up the word directly. But if you are reading a paperback or anything else, Google it or get a dictionary. Find out what a word you like and don't know is.
Really, just work through it. Because if you write through it, then, as we say, when you're coming to edit your work,
you can... Yeah, exactly. You can get a good vocabulary through the process of writing originally.
And readers aren't as mean as you think. Readers are very generous because they want something to read. Oh dear. Readers want something to read. They want a good time. They will read your book happily. They might not buy it as much as you want them to en masse.
If it's terribly written, they won't like it.
No, of course, but it won't.
The fact is, you can write a really good book and use the language at your disposal.
Yeah, and you'll get better by doing it.
Exactly. So, the more you write and the more you read, the better you will become at the process of writing.
Yeah, but really write more and more and more, because you will get better. You'll become familiar.
Very excited dog right now.
Yeah, you'll become familiar with the words you use too frequently. The lack of creativity when it comes to new ways to express things.
It's a good place to sign off, I think, because the dog's having a poo.
No, she's not. Just a wee.
Just have a wee. Never mind.
So yeah, I mean, we've pretty much covered it though.
Yeah, I agree.
If you do have any more questions about it, just let us know.
Yeah, exactly. And we will try and answer any questions that we get. I mean, they won't always come immediately because we are recording a lot of videos.
Yeah.
But send us your questions because we love to help and to answer when we can.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching Writing, Talking and Dog Walking. You can find us on www.sirenstories.co.uk. That is the website that has got all our books and links to all the social media, all the podcasts and everything else that's connected to Siren Stories. You can subscribe there for free and you can win things every month.
That's the mailing list.
That's the so sign up on there and you win things. They give away books and merchandise and things every month, so you can get stuff for free. Also, if you can like and subscribe to our channel.
What did Rose say?
Smash that like button. We've been taught YouTube language by our children.
Yeah, it totally sounds natural when we do it.
Yeah, we're a bit old. But yeah, if you can give us a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to our channel, we'll be able to keep making videos giving you handy free writing advice.
Exactly.
Also, we're on Twitter. I'm at Judy Ann Rose. He is at John_Muck.
There you go.
And you can ask us questions on there, tell us what you think. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Great.
So thank you very much and we'll speak to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.